we were talking about the All-Star weekend, and we were talking about how Mac McClung, who was actually on a two-way contract with the Philadelphia 76ers, basically they called him up to participate in the dunk contest from the G League.
And then he went right back down to the G League.
Yeah, he's going back down to the G League. But he actually came up and he did a heck of a job. He practically saved the dunk contest by himself, if that was possible.
They said, I saw a stat. I don't know if y'all said this, but they showed a stat that he won his contract with the Sixers ended up being $106,000, and then he won $100,000 in the dunk contest. So he basically doubled his pleasure in a couple of days.
In 15 minutes.
Right. Hey.
Exactly.
He'll take a thing. But
and then the thing I wanted to focus on though was why can't we get our superstars to participate in the dunk contest like the days of old with Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Vince Carter, so on and so forth?
Well, I mean, I think I'm sure you probably already said it, but that whole thing, you mentioned before about brand protection. I think that's why many of them don't want to get in. I think that there's risk of injury because they need to practice. Mm-hmm. Again, if we listen to the stories, they don't like to practice basketball. So now you got to have them practice dunking. So, I mean, but me personally, I don't have a problem. It don't have to be the stars for me. I just want to see some people actually go out there, be creative, and do some nice dunks. And maybe that's just me being a basketball fan. And I think that oftentimes now what has happened as well is that the All-Star game, kind of like the Super Bowl and so on and so forth, is not about the real fan. It's about the casual fan who only knows the stars, mm-hmm. who only know LeBron, who only know, Ja or whatever. In the same way that the Super Bowl is about corporate interests, so is the NBA All-Star game. So I think it's really the casual fan that the casual fan, that really wants to see the LeBrons and Ja's and so on and so forth. But those of us who like basketball and are really into the skills and so on and so forth from the game, I think we will watch whoever if they coming in and doing some nice dunks. I mean, come on, it's some of these guys that do some of this stuff on YouTube that's just ridiculous that, they need to be able to be in a forum like that. So I think there should be a national dunk tournament.
Mm-hmm. I got a question. So who was the oldest participant in the dunk contest?
This past weekend?
Or this past weekend?
No, this past weekend. Because like you guys mentioned, if most of the stars are declining, to play because of their brand or whatever the case may be, then who was probably the oldest veteran? Who was the oldest one to participate in the dunk contest this past week?
I would say it's probably Kenyon Martin Jr. He's in his third year?
He was the oldest to represent from like the stars y'all just named. No superstars in the slam dunk. That's what you mean, dude. The guy from the G League had to come down and say, I gotta see who this dude. I gotta see who McClung walking around like he very mahung right now.
Exactly. What? And like we said, if the stars actually participated like the days of old, as we mentioned, that would increase viewership. And, it's just something that I long for, which I think, it's a thing of the past now, because I think the dunk contest is, like you said, one of the things is, a lot of players feel their brand might be in jeopardy. Some may feel that the dunk contest is beneath them now.
And they need to pay them. Yeah. Come on, $100,000? Man.
So what was so special about Matt McClung's dunk?
That 540. First of all, he didn't miss it. He didn't miss a dunk.
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest thing. Because in prior dunk contests for the last few years, you have one player that goes and dunks 3-4 times.
Oh yeah,
the same.
And he also had the dunk that Ryan. You got a picture of the dunk, right, where he jumped over his two friends.
McClung is the first G League player ever to participate in the slam dunk competition. He was signed this week by the 76ers to a 2-way contract.
Congratulations,
Tuesday.
brother. Congratulations. I'm worried about the guy holding the other guy. Some point he gonna go down. Oh, that's a 50. That's a 50. I gotta see if he hit the backboard. That's a 50.
That smile says it all.
I gotta see if he hit the backboard.
That's a 50.
I gotta see if the back. You referee the name on the back.
But this is what you guys need to know. Look at the NBA ballers, the all-stars, how they are reacting to it. They know.
I'm not saying it's
They know.
Kenny, you refereeing the name on the back of the jersey. Well, I got to see it in slow motion. I'm not refereeing the basketball. If he hit the glass,
come on, Kenny, that's crazy.
He hit the glass. But it was very clear that he did. He got to hit the not from my angle.
Oh,
not
that's
from my
crazy.
Angle.
Oh, come on, Kenny.
Not from my angle. Hit, tap and go.
I told you he's going to win this easy.
All I'm going to say is now there's a lot of teams that have been playing around as this guy's been in the G League, and he's able to do that. There's a lot of teams losing. No. You got guys who can jump over and hit guys, and you can't get a two-way
There's
contract.
a lot of scouts that need to be fired, right?
My God.
So he grew up in Virginia. That's where he went to high school, and his dunking ability got on YouTube.
Look. 50.
That was what was so spectacular.
We didn't see nothing.
You haven't seen the 540 dunk?
Yes.
Yeah, he had a 540 dunk too, and he had a couple of them.
That dunk that
he did it real well. You have to give it to him.
He get it off the backboard and then dunked it backwards.
Yeah.
So no, he has some really nice dunks.
For somebody that's 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, okay. Now see on the backboard.
See, and here we go with that again. Can we stop shaming? Can we stop short shaming people? No short shaming. Which mean it don't matter. We're talking about nice dunks for somebody 6'1". They was nice dunks because the dude he beat was 6'7". So they were nice dunks.
Yeah, that's true.
It ain't got nothing.
Nice dunks.
It ain't got
the
nothing.
fact that he's short made it
look better.
It enhanced it.
It made it look better. But let's stop short shaming.